So, so in order to understand how to construct and update a knowledge base, we first need to understand how does Manus use and access knowledge bases and where do they go? Okay. So I've got this little infographic here. Let me make it a little bit bigger because I'm on an extremely wide screen. And it's not making it any bigger. That's the wrong one. Hang on a second.
You need
Yeah,
to share.
there we go. How's that? Is that
You're
better?
not, you're not sharing.
Am I not?
Yes, you are. I see it now. I was off the tab. I got you.
Okay, cool. All right. So how knowledge works in Manus. So at the very top, Manus has its system prompt. This is something that we cannot affect. It tells Manus how to operate, etc. It is the software for Manus, if you like, the operating system for Manus. So then we have projects. Now, a project we create for each client. Scala is a project, for example, for us. So the way that we have to think of this is we're constructing everything with RPG, and our clients are constructing it. The project is the central brain. The project is the store of knowledge, okay, the source of truth, whatever you want to call it. So project instructions. Now, are the project instructions are essentially the they instruct the AI on how to work and what to do. Okay. And then in the shared files on the project is where we put the knowledge or the brain. Okay. So we kind of have in AI, I'm seeing it funnily enough being referred to the soul and the brain. So the soul are the instructions, the brain is the knowledge. The instructions, think of that always informs the AI how to act, how to behave, where to find knowledge when needed. The knowledge itself sits in the repository like your brain, because we know what we know intrinsically. We don't have to actually go and find that information. So we store that in the file drive effectively for the project. And then we instruct it to go and find that piece of information when it needs it within the context of the project that it is carrying out for you. Okay. And then in the chat context window, so if you're having a chat within a project, the individual conversation history is isolated per chat and is not shared between chats. Okay. So it's using the main knowledge and the instructional knowledge, but it's isolating what is in that particular chat.
And so I have a question. So if
Yes.
I'm a customer and
Hmm.
I'm using this in the chat context, right?
Yes.
And through that, it makes a decision or something pops out of it that I want to inject back into the knowledge base.
Hmm.
What do I do?
Okay. So in order to sort that out, I've come up with a self-iterating knowledge loop that we can
Oh, so
use.
I beat you to the next punch. Got it, got it.
You did, but that's great because that's not
Cool.
the question, right? Because you're having chat A, right, within client X's main project.
Yeah,
Okay. It suddenly decides that the blue in their branding is changing the hex code, right?
yeah.
So that is something that needs to be understood in what we have here, the shared files or the single
Hmm.
source of truth,
Yeah.
and needs to be updated into chat B so that when we have chat B, it knows that that blue hex code is necessary and it is needed as a guardrail compliancy. So what we do is conversation happens, we extract the new knowledge. So essentially, when we have a chat, if a piece of knowledge pops up, we ask Manus to deliver that piece of knowledge. We then save that piece of
Okay,
knowledge
but you're not
into,
telling me how. How do
okay,
literally how does it happen so that I can start doing it?
Manus is going to give you an updated spreadsheet or a markdown file. You download that markdown file and you load it into the shared file directly.